income to interest and all these things, and what's the sweet spot and things. Well, I guess our net profits, our interest doesn't even exceed 10%. No, that's not right. It was, yeah. It's slightly below 10% of our net profits, let alone our net revenue. So I guess we could take on another bond, especially given our bond rating. Although I guess markets are cooling now. 4%, or 8%. I don't know. They'll probably only get worse, to be honest. We'll get us to Albany, and then we can start running Albany to New York. Alright, that seems worthwhile. Let's just do that. Assuming we can actually make it. Oh my god. Yeah, we can. Actually, the hard part is going to be sticking... Let's pause a sec. Oh, I can't build the terminal standalone. Can I? Yeah, it won't let me because of the stupid unconnected track thing. So we want the terminal there, so I'm going to run the track. It's going to be tough because Albany is a little bit... Whoa. Undo, and let's undo the first one too. So, really, we run out there? Alright. Let's hope we can drop a nice terminal in here. There we go. Now, if we went large, we would definitely catch more outliers. That's a lot of outliers, including a commercial building, which would actually be steamboats. That might be worth grabbing. Not that we have money for it, so alright, let's just advance. We built the track. We have all this track that does nothing except cost us money. I know how to run a business. I know what I'm doing. Kind of like the arrow shape we've got going on over here. La la la. Hey, our stock is split. It's very exciting. So, yeah, they're pleased. Higher payments. Excellent. Okay. So, when a stock gets above a certain point, and this happens in reality, companies like to split it 2 for 1, or even sometimes 3 for 1, to keep the actual cost of a single stock manageable. And in this game, if you spend any time hovering over about 100, they'll often split the stock. So everyone gets twice as much stock as they had before, but each piece of stock is worth half as much. So it all works out exactly the same, but it keeps it more liquid and easier to work with. Some companies don't do it, and there's some really weird companies out there where like one piece of stock costs like $50,000. It tends to keep it. It tends to keep it a lot more stable and less volatile, but it's not as good for just getting a lot of investors on board as quickly and easily. So usually keep it cheap. Not that this is a good scenario for stocks, as I said before. They just really don't matter that much. So I'm just going to wait to build a big terminal. Actually, maybe I'll wait a little bit longer, because really, I'd like a terminal here as well, and we're going to have to put our little service stations about halfway through, just to make sure. So we need more trains to arrive. Could speed things up, but... What are you carrying? Passengers? Oh, you're the Boston, New York. Lots of passengers, mail. Well, of course, I did tell them to only do express, which I still think is a good idea. Oh, you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to change this train's priority to high. In fact, low, normal, high. It says both high and express, but there we go. So other trains will yield to this one, which will help keep this train speed very, very high, because it's really important for passenger traffic. Well, look at the grade here. That's so bad, but... Wow, mail passengers in grain. Mail and passengers to Springfield are still worthwhile. That's really interesting. Oh god, that hill. So bad. And like these guys. Oh, they're just chugging along. Need some monies. These hills, man. Look at this. Trains do not like these hills. Now, they like going down, but their speed going down is not as good. It's not good enough to make up for the loss of speed going up the hill. Like, going up the hill is much, much worse. This would be a nice chunk of change. Haha, 190k. Alright. So, we're going to build a big one. Doesn't seem like it makes a difference either way. Oh, we'd actually lose some here, so yeah. Bam. And then we'll build a tiny one here. Good, and a service station. We'll probably build a couple of these service towers, just to make sure they don't run out of sand, and I'll drop a service station, I don't know, over on this side. Okay. And a train is going to go New York to Poughkeepsie. May as well stop there. I mean, that's a pretty low income stop. In fact, maybe we shouldn't bother with it at all. Then why have built a station? Well, it was a cheap station. Well, let's buy it. Oh, I don't actually have enough money for the train itself. Herp derp. You, what have you got? Well, you do have some cows, some milk, some clothes, although where are we going to send it to, really? Some actual passengers? I don't know. I guess it may be worth keeping around. Alright, we need a tiny bit of money. Oh, we're hurting. Those bonds really do add up, and I don't think I'm going to take out any more. New York. Yeah, nice expensive loads. I could make this... No, the mail's worth quite a bit, actually. Worth more than the actual passengers. I was going to say, maybe it's worth making it an all-passenger train and sticking a caboose on there for 20% more. Well, I mean, that'd be 20% more. That would actually be a decent amount, but... I don't know if that adds a lot of weight either to have a... Not a caboose, but a restaurant car. Okay. Bam, bam, and stop back. And... buy that. You're starting in New York, you're picking up passengers, meat, 2 cars of meat, plus some clothing. The clothing comes after, so all the clothes is going to smell like bacon. Bacon. Camera. What is on there? Oh, it's an actual meat wagon. Speed up. So I mean, I know that the trees are like low resolution bitmaps because you know they have to look okay zoomed out. But I think the game is lovely in its own way. What year is it? 1845. We still have time. We've got what, 56 was it? We're doing pretty good actually. I think we're gonna get the gold star. Oh, $250,000. Those trains from Boston to New York. That's pretty good. Again, you know, I could theoretically be making some of that money just by doing all the intermediary stops and slowly shuffling things forward, especially if I'm adding lots of hotels, say. But I think there's something to be said about having the one express. If anything, the burst amount of money feels really good. Passengers. Yeah, see, these are a lot cheaper here. I think a lot of it has to do with the distance covered. Ah, new locomotive, the Baldwin. It is ugly as sin. That's unfortunate, but it's definitely faster. It's going to be great for freight. So that'll help. Texas and Florida apparently are joining the Union. Good for them. I don't know that much about American history, so I don't know when all the states actually joined the U.S., but I believe Alaska was the last one. I have to start thinking about this. Yeah, I think... Well, we could just run it around here, maybe. Ugh. Like, just a big bridge here. I guess there's a big cliff. Wow. Well, that's expensive, but keeps the grade manageable. Over the hill, through the hill. Or we could just cross and then make a sharp turn. I guess we'll start looking into that. Oh, there we go. That starts to work okay-ish. Or not? Really? Back the other way over the water? So many bridges. Let's pause. Well, alright, that'll get us there. Oh, tunnels. Tunnels are so expensive. We're gonna have to wait for more income regardless, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll lock this in. This track doesn't do anything, but we at least figured it out. Remember the Alamo? Oh, Mexico and America are at war. Double price on weapons and munitions. That's actually... Well, let's investigate this for a second. Are we paused or are we not paused? Okay, you're still pleased. Oh, there we are. Weapons and munition are actually not possible. Do we not... Does this cargo not exist anywhere on the map? That's... interesting. Do we have the option of building like a munitions plant? No, we don't. Okay. So these are events that are happening because historically they did happen, even though they are not actually going to play a part in this scenario. This is the first scenario, so it's one of the simplest, even though like this track building experience is quite ridiculous. I'm also on the hard difficulty setting. If I was on easier, you'd be making a lot more money a lot quicker. Wow. Those wooden bridges really slow things down. But again, at this point, it doesn't really matter if we ever use this track per se. We just have something financially viable enough to get us out to Buffalo in the first place. We'll probably run some trains, but they'll be slow trains. We might just do one that's just Albany to Utica, because it'll be quite slow over all these bridges in the grade, and then we'll have, you know, the standard local trains running the rest. I don't know. Money, money, money. Look at these hills. Oh, it's so sick. Train, my poor trains. Okay. How's that looking? Can we get there? Oh yeah, we gotta avoid the tunnels though. Something like that. And then through town. Sure. And yeah, we could build a maybe a medium-sized station. Can we get away with a small? Not really. Medium size. And now we'll have a train that goes from here to there. That is going to be a slow-going train. And we have no money. Alright. Good. Awesome. I love this music, by the way. Anything with a harmonica, I'm crazy for it. You know, I don't find myself one of these people who really judges a game by the music, but I've found in these Let's Plays how often I point them out. Broom. Go train, go. There we go. Alright. We suspended the dividends because we didn't have enough cash in the bank at the end of the year. Which is fine. Frankly, the suspending dividends mean we have more money to grow the company anyway, so I'm okay with that. Pleased at our performance. Salary remains at $22,000. I mean, that's us. Like a rich railroad tycoon, and $22,000 is like a decent pay. No, I want to click on the train. Passengers. It's actually going to be a fairly profitable route. I mean, the distance is large enough. Oh, you can't judge it on the first trip, because the first trip does so much to equalize the prices, because these guys have been disconnected for so long, so they're going to be desperate for goods, obviously. But then it'll kind of start to balance out. Still, you know, it'll be interesting to see where they have differentials. Not that many differentials. This place requires logs. Yeah, I guess it's mostly going to be passenger traffic, probably. Maybe produce? Even then, there's nothing producing the produce over here. Oh. But there is here. Oh, in Syracuse. Interesting. See, all this river traffic, we're taking all this over. Well, that's actually going to be really profitable once you get that hooked up. And then bring it over to, say, New York, maybe. It's a long trip, but I think Syracuse to New York is actually got some potential. Alright, do we have enough to get to Syracuse? We're going to have to be really careful. Oh, look at these grades. Grade is the railroad term for, like, hills, basically. Well, not railroad term, but... I think that'll have to do. I think we're going to want to cross the river again. It's going to be flat over there. Yeah, alright, that seems reasonable. We'll build our station in Syracuse first, though. Get that going. Ba-da-ba-ba, such good music. I think that'll do. We miss a few things, but I think it's good enough. And... do we just do a slow shuffle? Do we just have this train going between Syracuse and Utica? We've got Utica to Albany. One train per, or do we do a direct route? We've seen those can be really, really profitable. I don't know, we'll have one local. We'll see how that does. Oh god, I spend all my money building the track every time. Give it another chance, just get a little higher. Oh, economy slowing. That would have been the time to actually build the track. Oh well. You can't wait too long for everything to come into play. Things tend to cycle up and down a lot, so you can sort of predict what's going to happen, but I'm actually going to have a hard time turning a profit here for a little while. We need one of our big trains to come in. There we go, that'll do. Sure, we'll make you a local and see how that works out for us. Although then we'll have to build our own, another little water and maintenance station here, which kind of sucks to have to keep rebuilding these. What you got? You're pleased. It's good. We're kicking everyone else's butt, but that's not really a surprise. Yeah, I think... You know what? We have a Utica local. I think we're just going to go direct. We're going to change this train. Yay! End the war. Okay. We are going to take Utica out and add Albany. There. You're just going to do that. That'll be fine. Utica gets a little bit of weird traffic. And I think that'll be a higher profit sort of general thing. Then we don't have to worry about building an extra service station or anything either. Kind of a silly little thing, but I think it'll work out nicely for us. So, what I should probably do at this juncture is make sure my trains are still profitable. Why does this one have no water? Where are you? Oh, you've got water now. Okay, so there was a bit of a lull. This is my New York to Boston train. Actually, still no water. Oh, and this one has nothing of any kind? What? Gold in California. Passenger traffic increasing. That's good. Okay, stop. Apparently we're gonna need a station between here, because that's affecting both my Boston one. Yeah, everywhere from New York all the way to here, there's no service stations, so we're going to drop one right here, which will be right in front of this train. Service and maintenance. Go. Let's see, this guy will make a stop here. He's going so slow because he's got nothing. Or... It's weird, he went right by the service station. Alright, whatever. Okay, Gold Rush presented us with an opportunity. We can increase our... Okay. We spend 100k on advertising to increase rail usage by 15%. Now keep in mind the event just increased passenger traffic by 50% by itself. We can also improve our locomotive speed by 20%, which I think is probably better. Or we could do nothing. I think I'm just going to increase our speed. I think that's really, really worthwhile. Hey, this guy's using our track. Hold on. Where income statements? MISC revenue? So this includes other companies using our tracks and special one-time events. So yeah, this is probably, look at this, we're making like 200k a year from this guy using our track. Okay, I'm alright with that. I think New York is growing. I think it was 3 stars. Now it's like 3 1/4 stars. Oh, he's sending another train that way too. Awesome. Oh, that's stuff on here. Clothing, crazy. Oh my god, they're going all the way to where? Bridgeport? How far is he going? Well, past Bridgeport. Now he's getting serviced. Holy cow. Yeah, alright. No wonder we're making a million, bajillion, quadrillion, septillion dollars. Speed record. There we are. So this will happen. I don't remember if that's happened in this game so far. But yeah, if you have a train that makes a really fast trip, and I guess the extra 20% speed really kicked in here, you get to name your train and it becomes famous, and then you get, I think passenger traffic gives you more money, so that's good. We'll call it the Albany Rocket. Sure, that sounds fine. And then we are going to get back to building tracks over here. Yeah, well, we can do this. No, we want to end up kind of on this side, though. Right? Yeah. I think that would work. Straight, at least they don't have to take any corners. Lots of bridges. Okay, speed up the game. Just gotta wait for a 907K. Oh, almost had it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is slightly cheaper. Alright. And how are we doing? Somewhat pleased. Yeah, so how much did we make? 300K from those other guys using my tracks. I mean, maybe they're turning a profit, but I'm turning a better profit. Almost there. Yeah, we'll make it with time to spare. Good job, guys. We did well. Small? No. Medium? Yes. Actually, there's a lot of stuff on the other side of the water here. It's a lot more. I don't know. I suppose this is fine. Alright, let's go whole hog and water, maintenance, and bullet train between these two routes. Giver. Big trains. Okay, and there's our goal. Well within reach, we should make it with plenty of time to spare. Yeah, 7 years left. Holy cow, we're gonna crush this. It is the first scenario though, and it's pretty easy. There's not a lot of cities actually to work with. You see, the second scenario is quite well. All the other scenarios tend to have a lot more cities, a much more complicated industry. Like here, you can see there wasn't even that many options for what we could build and cart around. There's just not that much stuff going around. Let's see how much this train makes. It is the first load out of Rochester. Should make them pretty happy. And yeah, over 100K. Alright, so any chance we could just do a straight shot? Wow, that works. The best place for, it's kind of an awkward thing in terms of where are we going to place the station, but I guess we'll just do this and then probably stick a really big station in there. Wow, or okay. I guess up here. I guess we'll have to deal with just that. Need a little more cash. Speed things up. Go, go. And sure. And then we need our train. Give me money. There. Boston and Buffalo link to the future. Gateway Eastern ties Boston and Buffalo together. It's actually the Gateway to the West. Maybe we should have used a different name. Captain Kidd's treasure found buried on Tropico? Hey? Tropico? Yeah? It's not a coincidence. Yeah! Gold star, baby. So there you go. Hey, Railroad Tycoon 3. I'm not sure what my plan is for continuing this. I'm actually debating. This may be a standalone Let's Play. You may not see another game of this. Or I'm thinking maybe doing Let's Plays of the other Railroad Tycoon games and Sid Meier's Railroads. Then we can sort of compare and contrast. Anyway, the game's really cheap on Steam. It's an older game, obviously. You can get the 3-pack with Railroad Tycoon 2, 3, and Sid Meier's Railroads for, I'm thinking, $15 or so. Really good deal. So, there you have it. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.